is how it is set up inside Korea, where they are getting these 15, 16-year-old kids. I think Baby was like 14 or something ridiculous like that when he started. And then they don't have the experience, the real life experience to go into that, level-headed. They're just going to be like, oh, $20,000. I'm talking U.S. dollars. In Korea, it'd be like 50 trillion won or whatever. But anyways, you just got to put it in perspective. Yes, it does suck, but I think a lot of it is how it's set up in Korea. So hopefully with StarCraft 2, you don't need to practice 12 hours a day. Like, say, for first-person shooters, I mean, you're not going to have this problem with first-person shooters because you don't have to practice those 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, I don't know. If you put it into perspective, I can completely understand. But it straight up sucks that would happen to StarCraft.
I think a lot of it has to do with just how much they're getting paid right now. I know Husky said that Boxer, there were numbers going around for 300,000. I don't know what the case was back in the day, but currently most of the top players, for example, Jaedong, he was only getting offered, I think it was around 40 to 50, and he was struggling to get more than that. And the Kespo organization actually, I think they cut him off, or they were holding out on him and weren't offering him a better pay or better salary. And so he was a top tier player at the time, probably arguably the best. And he was only making, like, scraping by on standard wage for playing, 16 hours plus every single day. So, it's part of it is Kespa not paying the players well enough. And so, when you don't get paid enough, like Husky said, then you're going to take whatever you can get to get by in life. So, it comes down to really, I think if the players had been paid more, then this entire fiasco could have been avoided.
Okay. That's makes sense. What about the fact that this week we had the StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty release date announced, July 27th?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's actually sooner than I expected. I really expected them to drag out this beta a lot longer. But then I was kind of talking to my friends, and it really does make sense. Like, the whole point of this beta is for balance, and if they don't release the game until it's perfectly balanced, it's not going to be released for 10 years. That's just going to be how it is. And so, yeah, when it comes out, it'll be a little imbalanced, sure, but I think that their release date is really strong. I think Blizzard knows what they're doing, so just based on their past experiences, or my past experiences with Blizzard release dates, I mean, of course they get pushed back a lot. I honestly am convinced that won't happen with StarCraft 2 because they've had the single-player campaign pretty much done for a long, long time. And they probably have it done already. I mean, I'm sure they're printing copies of StarCraft 2 like mad as we speak. So I'm pretty sure that the game is mostly done. Because single-player, it doesn't matter if it's balanced or not. Like, who cares? It's single-player. You can eventually beat it or just use cheats. But I think I'm really convinced, I'll eat my own words if I'm wrong, but I'm really convinced they will make that release date. And I think the game will be pretty balanced by then, but even if it's not, they're going to constantly update this game. They're going to update this game for at least 4 years, I would say monthly. And so, having the release date, though, they actually announced it on my birthday, so that was a pretty good birthday present.
That's awesome that they're announcing the release date. That's something to look forward to, because God knows we've been waiting for over a decade for the game to come out already.
Yeah, it's pretty unreal. Like, I actually meant to say this before when you were saying how are you enjoying the beta. To me, it's unreal. I mean, I've been waiting for this game over half my life. So for it to actually be here and then also have a release date of StarCraft 2, maybe I'm a pretty big nerd, but that's just like the greatest news ever. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm going to be at that midnight release at the Clackamas Town Center in Portland. Well, it's not in Portland. It's in Clackamas, Oregon. And so I don't know if anyone listening to this is from around there, but there's going to be a cool midnight release. In Control is going to be there. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be with my whole group of friends. And I went there for the release of Wrath of the Lich King when I used to play WoW, and there was I'm really bad at guessing people, but there was so many people there. It basically wrapped around the whole mall, and StarCraft 2 I'm hoping is going to be nothing short of epic. But they're also doing a special event where you can play against In Control to try, and if you beat them in a best of 3, then you get some prize money at their store, so that's kind of cool. So I'm going to be there. I just can't wait for the release date, and once it comes out, though, I am going to have absolutely no life. It is going to be all StarCraft. I mean, because just all the use map settings and the tournaments and the ladders, oh man, you're gonna have to pry me out of my room in like the first year. So yeah, I'm excited, and it's a lot sooner than I expected. So that's kind of refreshing.
Yep.
It's already been delayed, by the way. It was supposed to. Just you said that like they won't delay this. I'm on the ball with you too. I think this is their set in stone date, and I think that July 27th is going to be the day. But it was supposed to come out like around fallish of 2009, and it got delayed because they wanted to do all that BattleNet 2.0 stuff. So.
Yeah, that was them shouting a release date before anyone was even playing the game, though. So I think that was just a mistake on their part. But yeah, they did delay it a lot. Well, they've been delaying it for like 7 years, but this release date, I'm really confident it will actually be out, especially since the beta's here. I mean, if you play StarCraft 2, you're like, this is a finished game. There's nothing they need to add to this game. So I think that they're just like in the final stretch now, and they're just testing their servers, testing BattleNet, and all that stuff. So unless there's a huge issue with BattleNet, because they haven't released all the features yet, they probably only released like half the features, to be honest. If there's any issues with BattleNet, it may delay it. I hope not, though, because this game's ready to go.
All right, so what do you guys think of the fact that they're going to, in an effort to try and get you to make more real ID friends and sort of find your friends who play Blizzard games, they are adding a Facebook integration into StarCraft 2, into BattleNet 2.0.
Oh man, that is so okay. Well, it's Blizzard; they know what they're doing, but that has got to be like, that is so random. Like, why would you integrate Facebook into BattleNet? That's just asking for disappointment. Because number one, you should